project. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Ha! 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada.
Alright, I'm done. Alright. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another week of shit. We're talking about two things. Modern Warfare 2, comics. That's what we're getting into. Then we're gonna get straight into MW2 COD. MW2 COD is a huge step up from all the other Call of Duties that we've been having over the past years. Better than Vanguard, better than the last Modern Warfare was good. The last one that came out was good, but it's better than that one. Kind of, yeah. The flaw for this one is maps. The maps are just so mid. From one of them being straight trash. One of them is like it's the border of Mexico you're playing on. It's like a highway, and it's filled with cars. You throw one grenade, it's a domino effect of cars exploding, and you're gonna get caught in the crossfire. That map itself is just so bad for me. I'm not in it, not even interested in wanting to play it or do anything with it. It's just so bad. But there's a lot of other things that are good, like guns, like the gun layouts, how they have how they changed it where, say you unlock, so each gun has different classes. So like the AK, it's called like the cast-off or something. There's like 4 different versions of that version. So there's like one AK, and then you'll unlock a better version of that for assault rifles. Then the AK-7U, that was like the submachine gun. That's a different class of that version. And then is there like a marksman version of it? I think there might be. So there's like 4 or 5 different versions, and say you unlock like a silencer or a different muzzle or magazine pack for one, you unlock it for all of them. So it helps you getting things way better. So you're not really starting from the bottom up, but you kind of are, but not really. It just feels, so the customization is way more better. There's a battle pass. You know how they are. They incorporated a battle pass in it. The battle pass is there because Warzone 2.0 is back, and still not feeling it. The only thing that I've seen from like TikTok videos and other people that are making it fun and bringing like the old essence of COD make fun again is the proximity chat. Because other than that, it's just, I would have to play Warzone a little bit more. If I play a little bit more and see how it is, then we can talk it out. Everything is balanced out. There's no meta yet. Everything's pretty balanced out, even on the Warzone from like the 2 or 3 games I've played. But multiplayer is basically where I'm at. The campaign, halfway through it, campaign is great so far. Thank God there was a beta, because there was a lot of struggles. There was a lot that this game could have just flopped, but they kind of got over it. Multiplayer though is huge. We just got Shoot House from the update that brought in Warhouse. They brought in the old Shoot House map, which is extremely fun because there's a Shoot House 24/7. They brought hardcore. There wasn't hardcore at first when the game dropped for some weird reason, but hardcore is now called Tier 1. It's not called like the regular hardcore, and it's extremely hardcore. You don't even know if you get kills because nothing pops up on the screen. Like nothing. That's pretty much it. We're gonna get a shipment later. Of course, they gotta bring shipment back. We're gonna get shipment later. There's so much microtransactions with skins you can get and bundles. That's the only thing that I feel like it's still unfair. If you get bundles for certain guns, if you bought the battle pass, you got certain guns that have that are preload outs, and you can go in there and just start killing and slaying and ranking up. Well, some people who can't afford it, or little kids whose parents are like, no, I bought you the game, I'm not going to buy you other stuff, have to grind to earn what they got, which I respect. That's what I did. I was one of those kids. Not anymore. I definitely bought bundles. I bought the $30 one to get the ultimate battle pass where I skip 50 tiers. Not doing it. We're getting straight into it. But if I would have to rate this COD, it's good. It's not great yet. I have to see. I'll come back for another rating of this later on. But for an initial release, it's been, 3 weeks? Right? 3 weeks. I give it a 7.58, around there. Yeah, 7.58. That's my Call of Duty rating. In the description below, I will put my Activision. If you want to link up anytime, I'm always down. Now for the comic books. Let's get into it. The picks of the week, I've posted a picture of them on my Instagram. But the picks of the week I have is I Hate Fairyland, Dark Ride, Nightwing, Dark Crisis, the Batman one, Revolvers, and Batman One Bad Day. So, at the bottom of the list, I'm not even giving a rating, is Batman One Bad Day, the Mr. Freeze #1. So, written by Jerry Dugan and drawn by Matteo Scalera. I don't want to mess up these names. I'm sorry if I do. But yeah, I have not read this. I actually have not read any of the Batman One Bad Day versions because I want them all to drop, and then I'm going to have just a video of me reviewing all of them. So, I haven't read any of these, but the cover's dope. The variants are dope too, but I want all the covers to look the same. So they all basically have this little the name, the issue number, and then the writers and artists. So hopefully this is good. I'm great to do that. The real bottom of the ranking this week is Revolvers by John Zerplatin and drawn by Christian Dabadi. It's the story for in issue 2. The story's still slowly picking up. I need more of it. There was some little shock value. The art is great. Just I think by issue 3, the thing is, it's a short series. It's only 4 issues. So I'm not even gonna drop it. I'm just gonna get the 4 issues and call it a day. But I would give that rating for this week. Unlike the first one was really good. This one I'll give a 6.5. Yeah, 6.5. Next, we got Dark Crisis. World Without the Justice League. Batman Last Night Standing. Yeah, this one written by Simon did I say his name? I think Superior, right? Yeah, Superior, and drawn by Ryan Sook. This is a post-apocalyptic world, a new world without the Justice League. There's a lot of shit happening in the Dark Crisis, and in this world, it's a different version of Gotham, and there is a kind of Batman, called the Knight. There's a plot twist towards the end. So this new leader of the world is this guy. You don't really know who he is. He has a different name. And then towards the end, you find out it's a dual personality, and it's, spoiler, if you don't want to hear, pause until you see me raise the next comic, is Bruce Wayne. And the person who's the Knight is Bruce Wayne. He's not going by Batman. He has a gear in his chest and stuff like that. But all the parts of him being Batman were very good. Of the Knight were great. It felt like Batman. But everything else was just the art was catching, so I was pulled in from the art. But everything else was just, story was kind of slow. Things were kind of clunky. Sorry. And I was just you know what? It's a one shot. So hopefully we'll just deal with that. We're done with that. Now, This one was adorable. Oh, Last Night Standing, rating 7. 7. Now, the last 3 issues, this was a hard one. Because they were all 3 very good. But if I have to choose for what made top 3, number 3, Nightwing, issue number 98, by Tom Taylor and Danielle De Nicuolo, something like that. Italian. Again, sorry if I butchered the name. This issue was really good. My boy Nightmite. It's a being from a different dimension, like Mixapixel, Batmite, who were like these little adorable little characters who came, and they have like magic powers. They can't really indirectly affect the world, but they can influence and help and stuff like that. Batman had one, Batmite. He was extremely annoying. He came around when Batman Zernar was around, and the Batman RIP days. Mixapixel was the first that we knew of, who was kind of a supervillain to Superman. And I think he had like a Rumpelstiltskin complex. If you said his name, he disappeared. If you made him say his name, something like that. I don't remember. But this was like an adorable issue. Like there was like a main storyline going. It felt like a filler almost. So of the issue, because Nightwing and Batgirl have I think it's Falcone locked up, are guarding him, and then Batmite comes in and takes a whole different direction. He's like, I need you to help save a little girl who's getting attacked by demons in Bloodhaven, blah blah blah. And Nightwing's like, but I'm doing something. He's like, but I need you. Nightwing pauses his main mission and goes off this side mission, and it's so fun. It's so fun. Nightwing was great. Nightmite was great. They saved this little girl. And Nightmite, he takes on the form of Nightwing because from his dimension they see everything. So he sees Nightwing and it's like his biggest fan. So this was great. I'd give this, the coloring and the panels were also amazing. If I have to give this issue a rating, I'd give it an 8. I'd give it an 8. I'm not gonna lie, it can even tie for number 2. Now, I hate Fairyland. By Scotty Young and Brett Bean, the artist. Scotty Young wrote it. This was a trip. It's like Adventure Time. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like Adventure Time meets like an Alice in Wonderland type of world combined together. It's you go through Gertrude, and her nickname, her main name that they call her is Gert, goes on this adventure, and it's just so silly. Like the as you can see, the artwork is just wild. And you think, oh, this is a cover? The cover's probably wild. No, the whole thing is wild. And it's just like, at first you think she's dreaming about this fairyland world, but then she was dreaming about it. It was daydreaming. She hated her job. She sucks at everything. She has like methed out teeth. They actually call her a meth head, and she gets fired from her main job. She can't get another job anywhere. She gets hired, gets fired throughout the whole thing. And at the end, she gets hired by like a boss, like this billionaire dude, to help him find somebody. And he goes, I need you to go to Fairyland. She's like, wait, what? And that's how the issue ends. It's so good. It was such a wild, fun ride. I give this one an 8 as well. That's why I can tie it with Nightwing 98. But it was so good. I loved it. This is definitely good. Now my pick of the week, ladies and gentlemen. First things first. So, I think it was last week or the week before, one of my ratings, I did Dark Ride. I talked about Dark Ride. Yes, I talked about Dark Ride by Joshua Williamson. And when I first read that issue, it felt like an issue number 1. But I didn't pay attention because I was kind of in a rush and stuff. That was a number 2 issue. So I had to go back to the comic store and get issue number 1 for Dark Ride. And I read it and I was like, wow, this is incredible. Things made more sense in issue number 2. So this is Dark Ride. Cover looks fantastic. All the variants, though, look better. So this is the only cover A I'm buying. From here on out, I'm only getting other covers that appeal to me. So Dark Ride, before I said it was like what if Stephen King got a theme park? It's more like, what if Walt Disney, who opened Disney World, sold his soul to the devil, pun intended, and opened up a horror theme park. And it was just Disney World became a horror theme park. That's what this is. It is fucking creepy, scary. There's just so much weird shit happening. You still don't even know what's going on. You just do know the guy who opened up Dark Ride. He basically kind of sold his soul, and is in business and making more stuff for his theme park by sacrificing actual humans and turning the sacrifices into actual rides in the amusement park. And it's just written so well. The character development is flowing perfectly, because the two main characters, you thought for the issue 1 it was him in the beginning, but it's more of his son and his daughter, Halloween. Yes, that's her name, Halloween, and she is fucking awesome. She's like a social media she's like a social media, one of those entrepreneurs who had a sex tape that got into a scandal that they had to like hire lawyers for. It's Dark Ride, but you're in for a wild ride. This issue I'd give for this week an 8.5 to a 9 almost. Everything was so great. I definitely recommend picking it up. Oops, sorry. Thanks. I definitely recommend picking it up. It was just great. I'm definitely... Image is definitely killing it. I have to say, Image comics are definitely killing it, because the top 2 comics here are both Image. DC is mostly Batman. The only other thing out of DC that I got is Nightwing and Human Target, which is a pickup for next week. But DC's is barely doing it for me. I'm sorry. Marvel, there's nothing from Marvel this week. Nothing from Marvel, which is crazy. But I'm gonna slowly try to pick up some stuff from Marvel here and there. Hopefully there's new number 1 issues that come out, or new stories that start, like a volume 4 number 1. That's what so like Nightwing is at 98, but 97 was the start of a new arc. So 97 would technically be volume 4 number 1, but it's just 98. 97 I mean. So 98 is issue 2 of the new story arc, if that makes sense. So I'm just waiting for new story arcs to come into Marvel, and then I'll pick them up. Like I have, actually next week is going to be good for Marvel. I think I have like 2 or 3 different Marvel issues that I'm getting, but we'll see from there. I'm looking at my box of comics. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is my pick of the week. Next week, I'm gonna do the same thing. My picks of the week and my pick of the week, and then I think I might review, Wakanda Forever. Yeah. People are pushing me and asking me, do it. So I might hit you with a rating of Wakanda Forever. Really quickly, in the comic book world, in the nerd world, in this culture of like comics and superheroes, I'm gonna pay condolences to pay respects to 2 people that we've lost. Jason David Frank, who was the White Ranger, Green Ranger, Tommy, and he was just a huge impact to all of to all Power Ranger fans and people, and he was an amazing dude who loved. He would have been 99 years old, still being the Green Ranger or the White Ranger. My condolences to all his family and friends, and then also, which hit more home for me, when I found out this news, I literally dropped my phone and sat down and just was in shock to Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, who I also think is the greatest embodiment of Batman of all time. Two great people we lost. Batman was just such a huge... The animated series was such a huge impact in the 90s for me. I was super in love with it. It's where my love for Batman came from, was Kevin Conroy. And then he jumped into the Justice League, then Justice League Unlimited, and then he was starting to do like the animated movies. He was in there. Then we had him in the Arkham game, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins. We had him in the Injustice games. He was just everywhere. He was phenomenal. I met him at Comic-Con, and that was still to this day. I met him at Comic-Con probably like 6-7 years ago, and it's still to this day the best moment. I've been going to Comic-Con for 12 years now, and that is still the greatest moment I ever had, was meeting him. I've met celebrities after him, and none of them have compared to me meeting him, because he was like a childhood hero to me. He was the Batman. And it's sad that he passed. He will always be remembered. His voice, when I read comics with Batman, it's his voice that's in my head that I hear, and I will always hear it forever. It's sad that we won't get like any continuations of whatever projects that he had, but there will always be other great Batman voices, because there are, but he is Batman. And I hope he rests in peace. So does Jason David Frank. I condolences to their family and friends. But yeah, lighter things. Yes, I will be doing more reviews on different things. If you want to hear different reviews, let me know. But Wakanda Forever will be the next one. People are saying that I should do a little bit more movies, like more movies that are coming now in age, and even some Netflix originals or stuff like that. Netflix originals, like doing Netflix movies is easier because I can always just pop it in. Like Wakanda Forever, I have to go to the movie theater and do it. But I'm still down. I'm down to do whatever. And video game reviews, I love doing that. Call of Duty reviews, love doing that. I just posted a Call of Duty video of my first COD video, because I make the Fortnite ones. I posted the COD one. Flex Gang still in here, yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to just get as much content as we're going, different reviews and trailers, and yeah, that is the shit of the week.
See you next time. This ain't what you want.